Hello everyone, this is Henry speaking on behalf of Will Duckworth, lead strategist at Narrowgate Trading. It's February 27, 2025, and Will asked me to read the following to you, which shares his views on what happened in the Forex market overnight and into the morning as observed by someone living in Los Angeles. So here's what Duckworth wrote. When consulting the charts I marked up yesterday, I saw that the Aussie dollar Japanese yen, Euro dollar Japanese yen, and British pound Japanese yen all turned south at their projected resistance levels. But unfortunately for me, they did so at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and since I slept straight through the night, which is something I almost never do, I missed the opportunity to take advantage of these maneuvers. The Aussie dollar US dollar also turned south as anticipated, but it did so before hitting the designated resistance level, so that I would have needed to have been closely monitoring the appropriate measures to recognize exactly when to get in on its reversals. The same was true of the US dollar loonie, but going in the opposite direction. The US dollar Swiss franc and US dollar Japanese yen were not dissuaded by resistance. So I've switched to 4-hour charts to evaluate what's going on from an even broader perspective. First of all, let me mention that so long as the 6-day price flow is headed south, I have to regard any corresponding pairs as bearish or bullish so long as the 6-day price flow is headed north. This means I will still be waiting for the US dollar chief to resume a southbound trajectory. But this might take a while. Of course, at this point, the pair can still elect to initiate a descent at any moment. Nonetheless, it doesn't run into what I see as the next significant statistical resistance level until way up at 0.9063. For the US dollar Japanese yen, that measure is 151.20. The Aussie dollar Japanese yen is radically bearish, so I'm going to need to wait for a pullback in the 8-hour price flow to take advantage of what would make sense for me to regard as an optimal entry level, or at the very least a pullback to the top of the 8-hour price range envelope at 94.30. The Aussie US dollar has also executed a deep dive, but the difference between it and the Aussie yen is that the trajectory of its 6-day price action is bullish, whereas the slope of the Aussie yen's 6-day measures are bearish. This means I would be justified in buying the Aussie dollar US dollar as soon as the 8-hour price flow turns north. My closest support level is at 0.6228, with a stronger level at 0.6187 and extreme support at 0.6107. For the Euro dollar Japanese yen, I calculate resistance at 156.88, which would make this the ideal entry level. For the Euro dollar US dollar, I calculate the next major support level to be at 1.0364. The British pound Japanese yen continues to be a buy candidate at the same level where it has been a buy candidate over the past 3 days. The British pound US dollar is already at support, but if it confirms as having broken through, the next significant support zone is down at 1.2511. The US dollar loonie is already at resistance and can turn south at any time, with the last and most extreme resistance level all the way up at 1.4741. Having refused to turn south at initial resistance, the US dollar Swiss franc is another pair that might reverse direction at any time. Even so, it will not be dealing with the most extreme resistance level until and unless it climbs all the way back up to 0.9062. And finally, the US dollar Japanese yen is in a similar situation, with ultimate resistance pegged at 151.200. I hope I'm not asleep again the next time one or more of these assets makes its move. In the meantime, let me wish everyone the best of luck, and until next time, assuming there actually is one, hasta luego mis amigos.